All right, everybody, welcome in. As always, raise your hand and I will get to you. Chris Miller, go ahead.
Hey, Scotty, good evening.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Denny had a career night against the Heat back on January the 9th. Do you ever use game film and prep for another game as kind of like positive reinforcement to show, especially a young player, the success that he had in the past?
Absolutely. I think it's important. It's important. Guys you want to see yourself. You want to see the team play well. We had some good moments last game against this team with a unfortunate situation before the game with Russell being out and Bradley being out, and then Thomas Bryant tearing his ACL the first minute. I thought Denny played well. We made it a game. But yeah, it's important to see that video of yourself playing well and our team playing well.
Fred?
Hey, Scotty. What are you doing about starters tonight?
Russell's out, and then Ish is taking his place, and then the rest of the guys as of last night, the same starters.
And what are you going to do? Neto is out too, right?
Neto is out.
So what are you going to do for the minutes that Ish is not on the floor?
Maybe ask John Crotty if he can give us some backup minutes. I see him; he looks good, but he's probably just got an oversized jacket.
Exactly. I'm ready, Scotty.
All right. I mean, Troy's going to get some opportunities. I give Troy a lot of credit. He stayed positive, but he's going to get an opportunity tonight, and hopefully he takes advantage of it. But he's definitely going to get some opportunities to play. And Ish is, his minutes are going to be as much as he can handle. But yeah, everybody's going to have to all hands on deck. Everybody has to be ready.
Chase?
Scott, what do you want Troy Brown to focus on as he gets this first opportunity for what has been a while for him?
Play with force. Play with the confidence that we need to see, and his teammates need to see. If you have an open shot, take it. Don't hesitate. He who hesitates never makes the shot. And then defensively, just try to do your best, stay in front of the guys, blow up the screens when necessary, rebound the ball like he's capable of rebounding, but he doesn't have to do anything. He has to be solid, and he's going to get a good opportunity to get some minutes tonight. And who knows, one game can lead to a bunch of games.
And this is related, although a little bit unrelated, I guess. Do you think Denny Avdia could ever get an opportunity at the point? I know you like his ability as a secondary ball handler and playmaker, but do you ever envision that happening?
Yeah, that's maybe years from now, but not now. I mean, it's hard enough for a 19-year-old where he just turned 20 to understand one position, let alone understand the point guard. You just don't all of a sudden become a point guard. It's disrespectful for all the point guards that were point guards all throughout their life. Very few can make that transition. But yeah, he needs to get better at that spot. I mean, eventually he can probably play two or three different spots, but I don't see it as a point.
Tim?
Scott, good to see you. The league came out today and said nobody tested positive in the last week. After the hell you've been through, how positive a sign is that maybe knocking on wood, maybe the worst is over for now?
Well, I mean, that's good. Baby steps. We want the world to not test positive for a week. That's what we need. We all need it, not just NBA players and coaches and families. The planet needs it. We gotta move on, and hopefully this gets all behind us. But it's important. 1 week is better than 6 days, but now we got to be diligent. I mean, the guidelines, trust me, it's hard. It's hard to stay in your room when you don't want to stay in your room, but hopefully it's just this season and we can move on. Next year it could be normal, but it's important for us to have a weeks like this because it gives everybody confidence. Say if we do what we need to do, there's a great chance. I mean, the virus is invisible and it's creative, but we at least give ourselves the best chance to not test positive, and that's a win for everybody, not just yours.
How would you kind of assess where you guys are in your ongoing, recovery from that shutdown?
I mean, I think everybody's different. Some of the symptoms were worse than others, but when you're out for 2 to 3 weeks in the middle of the season, no matter what you do, and most of them couldn't do anything because we couldn't condition through all the reasons why that we've all been told. So it takes time. We have to be patient, and when you're not winning games and you didn't have a good start, it's hard to be patient, but you've got to be patient because this is a small part of their long career. I mean, as a head coach, it's hard, it's tough, but we still got to understand that it takes time coming back after you're missing, the rhythm of the league and the rhythm of the games and travel. But we got to do it. There's no excuses. We just got to come and keep fighting. And tonight we have another opportunity to fight another day.
Thanks, Scott. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Eric.
Thank you. Hey, Scott, good to see you. Tonight will be Garrison Matthews' 30th NBA game, and the 2 he played against Miami are his 2 best games, that with 50 points in 53 minutes in the game last year and then the game this year. What is it about Garrison Matthews in Miami?
He's played well. There's no question. Just like we said, when you play a certain team or play against a certain guy, you get confidence, and hopefully that continues because we're going to need a good Garrison tonight. Both teams are, come off with some tough losses, and both teams going to want to bounce back. But Garrison's a good player. He's earned this. He's a 2-way guy that fought and clawed and gave himself a chance to make the team, to get minutes and to get some consistent minutes. And he's hungry. He's still hungry. He's not going to relax. But we're going to need him to play well. He moves well, and that's, it's hard to guard guys that are always in motion. You guys have a couple of guys that do the same thing. You always got to be ready, because if you make a split-second mistake, it's a 3 right in your face.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, Eric.
Neil.
Scott, when you first took the job, Brad was just 23 years old. How have you seen him grow as a leader from back then in 2016 to now?
Well, when I took it, he was averaging, I think the 2 years prior to that, he was a 16, 17 point scorer. And I knew that there's more to his game than that. And, give him most of the credit. He put the work in. He definitely put the time in throughout the season, through summers, to get from a 23-point score from the first year to every year improving, and then last year 30, and then coming back this year 35, and he's not taking bad shots. He's solid. All-around player. He's elite. He's one of the best players in the league. Unfortunately, we're not getting enough wins, and he's not getting the league-wide credit that he will deserve once we can turn it around. But an all-around player, high-level player and he's 27, so he still has room to improve. I mean, the scoring is going to be hard to continue to rise there, but you can still get better, and the game can even become easier with the years that he put in, the time he puts into it. He's a hard worker. He had a great vision. He knew that his vision, his basketball vision, was much better than just a spot shooter he's going to keep improving on his game, and he did. It's 5 years of improvement.
But leadership-wise, how have you seen him be more vocal?
Well, he's had to, with the injuries he's had over the years. He's been really the only guy, the veteran presence that guys respected and listened to. And he has that now. He has another guy now with Russell being healthy. But I think his leadership, and it's ongoing. When you have the roster changeover and some of our young guys, it's leadership is understanding who you're leading. And I think he does a better job of understanding guys. And everybody's different, and you gotta lead one way, but you also gotta lead certain guys differently. The subtle differences that I think he's really understanding about leadership that way.
Quentin?
Hey, Coach, what would you say the team's biggest issue is on defense, and what have you all been doing behind closed doors to address those issues?
Well, we need some consistent continuity. We need a bunch of guys to get back into the mix and stay healthy. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Russell's obviously out tonight. Halu's out, but we're getting there. I don't know, how long. I mean, maybe Russell plays in some games back to back, but we need that. And then I need to do a better job of communicating with the guys on what we need to do. I think last night was a classic example. We need to do better of who we're guarding and what they do. We had a couple of guys, probably 3 guys that are they do one thing really well, and they shoot the ball, and we let them shoot. Those 3 guys got 15 made threes out of their 23. And if you put them on the floor, put the ball on the floor, maybe that changes the whole game. And we closed out about 2 feet too short. And we do that tonight, they're going to get a lot more threes on us. So I need to do a better job teaching it, and I need to make sure they really understand it before we get on the floor.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Eric, do you have one more? Okay, we'll wrap it up with Chris Miller.
Scotty, last night, obviously, Davis had a tough shooting night, but he really got exposed defensively. Plays 30 minutes. Do you continue to keep his confidence high, or do you see maybe, hey, listen, we got to get you in maybe better shape before I can put you out there for those amount of minutes?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, defensively, he needs to be better. The league, and offensively, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to give up on him. I'm not going to shut it down. I'm going to keep giving him confidence because we need him. We need him to make shots. He hasn't made shots since he's been back, but nobody's gone through what he's gone through ever. And that's basically 3 weeks of an NBA season with a virus like we had, and the unknown is sometimes is difficult, and he hasn't been the same. But last night he had 10 great looks and came up short on 8 of them. And those are things that he's going to get in better condition, because when he misses, it's usually not front of the rim short. But we need him, and the way the league is going now, a lot of times they find out guys that they're going to try to attack, and we need to do a better job to disguise it and help them. But every team does it. You find out what guys that will struggle, and you attack it. But DV, his conditioning is not where it needs to be, but you can't get it all back in a day, and it's going to take some time. And when he does, he's going to go on a month where he doesn't miss a shot, and we're going to look back at this. This is just part of his growth and part of what he had to go through as well. He missed training camp, and then with COVID.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, guys.
See you all back here after the game.